So you've chosen to go off the grid now, and I think a lot of people have a question as to what happened to your ideas about potentially running in 2016. Is that totally out of the picture?
No, they're still looming out there, because naturally, if I ran, I would need ballot access, and the logical place to get that access is the Libertarians, and they hold their convention, I believe, June of 2016, and you simply got to go to their convention and win the delegates, and you're their candidate. I could do that next year. I'm also a person that's thrifty. When I ran for governor, I only spent $300,000 to become the governor, where in '98, the Dems and Repubs spent $12 million combined and lost. So to me, and a candidacy for me would be quick. It would be because I'd need to bolt onto the scene, I think. And so the Libertarians would be the way to go. But then again, I'd need permission from them, because Sean, if I do run, I'll tell you right now what I will run on. I will run on this simple premise: to challenge the American people to elect the first president since George Washington that does not belong to a political party. So I'd want that okay to say I have the Libertarian endorsement, their ballot access, but I am not a member of a political party. Mm-hmm. And I believe you could almost win on that alone with public sentiment, because look at the last election. The last election, only 36% of the people showed up. That means 64% are potential out there for me. And right. I'm going to steal some from the 36. And I've got the majority waiting to vote for me. That's the positive look at it. 64% of the people wouldn't vote for a Democrat or Republican, but maybe they'd vote for me.
Well, I think that's an enticing option. I personally, as a voter, I would love that. Would you take, for example, have you talked to Ron Paul at all? I know that at one point it was sort of a discussion about potentially doing a ticket together. Have you discussed with him at all?
I don't know if Ron, he just won't leave the Republican Party. I've told him if he'll quit the Republican Party, I would have ran with him as VP, anything like that. Cynthia McKinney's interesting. If you know Cynthia, she's looming out there. She would be a very interesting person to run with. I'm very respectful of her and think she's wonderful.
Yeah.
She's the only woman who voted against every war proposal while she was in Congress. And what was unique about it, she was on these committees. She got to write the minority report by herself because she was the only person that voted no. So she's in the congressional record now, her opinion solely against the Iraq war and all the rest of that, because she was the only one with courage and that whole system out there who would vote against George Bush's war.